Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create the equation of a function given the graph of the function. But first, we're going to do the easier way. Here's the equation of the function. Let's graph it. So, first thing to do, remember when you set x equal to 0, you'll get the y-intercept. So if that's 0 and that's 0, can you see the y-intercept is 5? I'll put that there, okay? Right, so to get the x-intercepts, you basically set this equal to 0 and factor it. So that will factor into x minus 5, x minus 1. Remember, factoring trinomials, the quadratics. The zeros, what makes this first parenthesis 0? A positive 5, that's an x-intercept. And also this one, a positive 1. So 1 and 5. Right, okay, so I've got 5 as a y-intercept. I've got 1 as an x-intercept and 5 as an x-intercept, okay? Right, now then, what is the vertex? If you remember, if you watch other videos, you do negative b over 2a to find the vertex, or at least the x value. The a is the 1 in front of the x squared, the b is the negative 6 in front of the x, okay? So, negative, what's b? It's negative 6. Well, over 2 lots of a, which is 1. That is 6 over 2, which equals 3. So 3 is the x-coordinate of the vertex. If you put 3 back into the original equation, you'll get negative 4, okay, as the y value, because 3 squared is 9, minus 6 times 3, minus 18, is negative 9, plus 5, that'll give you negative 4, okay, so just checking the work there. So, the vertex is 3, negative 4. Once you've got that, you just graph it, okay? There you go. Something like that. Not very good, but there you go. There's the the actual graph of the quadratic function, okay? So, again, y-intercepts, x-intercepts, vertex. Okay, right. Now then, supposing you are given the graph, then what's the equation? Now, we already know what we're going to get. We're going to get x squared minus 6x plus 5, but, okay, this is what you do. So you're given this graph, you think, oh look, it's got an x-intercept of 1, right, that must have come from x minus 1 as the factor. It's got an x-intercept of 5, that must have come from x minus 5 as a factor. Okay, that's good so far. If I FOIL it, I get x squared minus 6x plus 5, and that's it. You've got the answer, that's done, because look, let's double check. Remember, when x equals 0, you get a y-intercept of 5, so that is good. Nothing else I have to do. Now then, supposing you've done this, realising that, okay, I like to use the vertex instead of using the x-intercepts. Okay, if that's the vertex, let's do it this way. Now again, you've got to watch some of the transformation videos, maybe realising if you've given a vertex, what's the equation, because this will be it. Okay, there's the x value, there's the y value, okay? That's the vertex form. Now again, if I set x equal to 0, I'll have negative 3 squared. Okay, negative 3 squared, which is 9, minus 4, yes, that also equals 5. So that's also, so both of these are the correct answer, whether you want it in general form or the vertex / standard form, okay? So either way, use the x-intercepts or the vertex. But remember, you've got to check for the correct y-intercept. And both of those will give 5 when x equals 0, okay? Right, okay, what happens if you're given this? Right, well, first of all, this is definitely a positive x squared. It's that way around, okay? This looks like it's going to be a negative x squared because it's that way around, okay? So let's just try this. Right, now we still have the same x-intercepts of 1 and 5, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing. A 1 has come from x minus 1. A positive 5 has come from x minus 5. And if I FOIL it, of course, I get the same as I did last time. But of course, this is not going to be the answer, okay? Well, for one thing, look, if x equals 0, I get 5. Nope, I get negative 10. So I've got to do something. What have I got to do? Okay, so given this, okay, what we do is still the letter a in front of it. Okay, remember, it's x squared minus 6x plus 5. So when x equals 0, I'm supposed to get negative 10. Remember, here we go, negative 10. So all you have to do is set x equal to 0. That's not there, that's not there. Can you see 5 times a is 5a? That should equal negative 10. Divide both sides by 5, a equals negative 2. That's the magic number that needs to go in front of this. So negative 2, x squared minus 6x plus 5. If you do the distributive law, you're going to get negative 2x squared plus 12x, two negatives, minus 10. Okay, and look, there it is. There's the negative 10. Remember, folks? So that must be the correct answer. Okay, great. But supposing you think to yourself, well, I like using the vertex. Okay, then, let's do it the vertex form way. Erase all this. This is just the other option. Keep that at the bottom there, because remember, that is a correct answer. Okay, remember, vertex form. With a positive 3 and a positive 8, you're going to have x minus 3. That's the x value. And positive 8, that's the y value. Okay, so it looks like that. There you go. Is that the correct answer? Do I get negative 10? Try it. Remember, this time, when x equals 0, you've got to do a bit more work. When x equals 0, well, that's 0, okay? So what's negative 3 squared? That's 9 plus the 8. That is 17, which, of course, is wrong. I'm supposed to get negative 10. So again, what we do is we put the a in front, okay? So I'm going to write an a in front of this. Okay, so if I write an a in front of that, do I get negative 10? Okay, so remember the a is just in front of that parenthesis there. The 8 is separate. Okay, so, well, what's the a going to be? Let's take away 8 from both sides first. So you get a x minus 3 squared equals negative 18. Okay, again, when x equals 0, when that's not there, you get negative 3 squared, which is positive 9, times the a, and that equals negative 18. Divide both sides by 9, and a equals negative 2 again. Of course it does. We already found it once. Okay. Remember, that now is just sits in front of that. Okay. So that there, folks, is the other option if you want to write it in vertex form. And you can check your work to see if you get negative 10 again. So again, I'm going to do negative 3 squared. Okay. Negative 3 squared is positive 9 times by negative 2. I get negative 18 plus 8. I'll get negative 10. So that's just me checking my work. So both of these are good versions, okay?